Chris and Aether here actually commentated my race last week where I lost
Cry
and
havoc and let slip the hogs of war.
And ran out of bombs on the rat. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, both off as we go. Just 10 arrows right at the start. All right, you're hoping for a cane?
Either cane, yeah. I think those are the most interesting to watch. To watch and to play.
Yeah, I think the
Easy
hammer
mode is
or
a
sword
hammer.
would be easy, yeah. Bomb's
Or
a little
bow.
too trolly. Bow is also easy.
I think
So that leaves it down to fire rod. I'm gonna go with fire rod.
Okay. That's totally a solid choice. Ah, easy mode. Get out of here.
All right, we get the hammer right off the start. Hammer doing tempered sword damage, so early game should be a breeze.
It's basically like you get a sword. It's a little harder to use than a sword, but it's also, you know, a free fighter sword damage as well. So
Yeah.
it's a very they're I'll tell you right now, these runners are really happy to see that, especially because in a lot of ways it's better than getting a sword first off, because you also get the hammer utility. You can, you know, unlock things. And stuff like that, so.
Yeah, and like, I mean, second item in the game is hammer, in which that's a third of your Dark World access already.
Exactly. And also, so speaking of bombs, the bombs are really important to get in the opening. It can save you a lot of time if you can get a few before you finish escape. There's the bombable wall in the back of sewers, and you don't want to have to come back and do that later. Especially if your seed doesn't have gloves early.
Yes. So, speaking of that, the back of escape, you have a cone of light as you're going through, and that will always be there, even if you don't have the lantern. In standard mode.
opening.
Yeah.
And only for the opening portion.
Yes, yes.
That light cone is gone unless you have opening.
So having to do that whole trek around to come back after you get bombs would not be enjoyable.
And even if you do have a glove, you still have to come back, fall down, open it, you know, do all that stuff. Much faster to just do it on your way out if you can. And then also, when you get to Kakariko, it's nice to be able to just, like when you go into Blind's hut, you go into the well, you don't have to run down to the shop and buy bombs first and then go and then walk back up.
Yeah.
You can just do it all in a nice clean sweep. So
yeah, it's much nicer to route it from the northern half, because you're most likely going to be exiting through the southern half. So
exactly. And so yeah, not having to like go all over and stuff. And so the reason I bring that up is because the hammer is good because it's an infinite, like you don't run out of magic, you don't run out of bomb, you know, with the hammer you're not going to run out of anything. And so you can farm like these enemies on the way out without worrying and hopefully pick up some bombs. Whereas if you have the like one of the canes or the fire rod or something, you have to be much more careful about who you kill and when and why.
all right, so did anyone ask for an early fetch quest? Because we have one.
I hate mushrooms. I think they're gross.
This one is red and
grows in the middle of a forest.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Well,
it's
this one's in a deep dank cellar.
Oh, that's better. Nom, 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 nom.
At least Zelda had some food there, right?
Is that her rations? Man, Aga, you know what? Aga, you're all right. Like, he could have starved her, but nah. You know. I guess he needs her alive to open the thing.
Right. We'll see if either runner... Oh, actually, Melphys actually having a bomb now, so we'll see if Trident gets one here or not. Like, you wouldn't want to spend too much time trying to kill things either, because you still want to try to get it as fast as possible.
He must have gotten it from a guard,
Yes.
So for those who don't know, maybe if you're a little newer to Randomizer, or if you've never played before and you just like to watch, the drop tables for enemies are all randomized as well. So you can't, just because, like, if a guard drops, like normally in vanilla, rats have a chance of dropping bombs. You can't be sure of that, and just because a guard drops a bomb doesn't mean like a rat or a snake or that. So. Which is why it can be kind of nerve-wracking. You can get really nervous trying to farm for like bombs and stuff on your way out, because you don't even know if any of these guys are gonna or have any bombs to drop.
Trident getting that key rat right off the start. We'll see if Melphys does the same. And looks like it.
And so he is smartly taking an extra second to kill these rats, because once you leave this room through the north, you actually can't come back. The blocks at the north of this room stop you from re-entering.
And Melphys going to be showing us that prize pack.
Nice bottle with 3 bombs. Let's go.
That's very
he's
funny.
Feeling good. Yeah, he's feeling good, because those are going to be. That's going to be enough to get him the items in Blind's Hut and the well, and then he can use that last bomb to open the bomb hut in the lower left corner of Kakariko and get a few more bombs for free, not having to worry about buying any from the shop. And that's right by the old lady's house, so it's pretty smooth. So those 3 bombs are really nice for him.
And luckily on Trident's side, not really missing out on too much, just that blue potion, so... Can't route in the sick kid, but...
The sick kid, the bane of my existence, I always forget. If I don't get a bottle before I get to Kakariko the first time, it's kind of a meme in my stream where just like people will just like constantly even if I've already checked him, people will constantly throughout my stream just be like, check the sick kid. Did you forget the sick kid?
Alright, our tree pole yields only green rupees.
Check a little... I call it the spider crab.
It reminds me of a Paris from Pokemon, so that's what I call it.
He's got the little bush on him too. It could be a grass type.
Ooh.
Ooh, we'll see if that comes into play. Is this an Agaseed? It could be. The runners are a little nervous right now.
Yeah.
Wondering if that Ether Medallion is going to come into play.
Look like Crystal 6 up at Hera, and Crystal's on the other 2.
Okay. That's not a bad thing to see. I usually don't mind seeing Light World Crystal Dungeons. And we got early boots!
Oh,
let's go. That is a good get, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, that would make the trek back to the end of Escape there a little easier on Trident's side.
Especially because if you can put it off until you have both gloves, you can do Bonk Rocks, Back of Escape, and King's Tomb all in one go. If you can wait till Dark World and have a mirror too, then you can even throw Spooky Ledge into the mix and just do everything all at once. You're going to have to go back there anyway, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Trident getting a bomb drop there in the forest, so... I would assume route in Blind's Hut first before buying bombs or anything.
Actually, with the 1 bomb, I might actually make my way down to the bomb hut, because if you don't have enough... He's got enough rupees, he can go buy bombs if he wants, so he's probably fine. Yeah. The Blind's Hut, probably a good play.
Oh, that would have sucked if that bounced the perfect amount away.
Early bow, we've got the D, let's go. That's a good get.
Bow and a bunch of money.
Especially when you don't have... You got the hammer, but you don't have a sword. Getting that...
Oh.
Getting that bow, very nice.
We're getting closer and closer to that Zora money.
Yep. Maybe see some fake flipper action. I always like to see that.
Oh. Taking the
you don't have a bomb,
gamble.
buddy. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Ooh.
Nope.
If the back of the well here
Has something good.
something good, then
I presume that he will come. He's here, and he's gonna want bombs for the old lady's, for the old lady's house, and possibly the race. Anyway, I assume that he's gonna buy bombs and go get that right now.
yeah.
I would not put it off and chance forgetting about it.
So we're currently a sword and the lantern away from Aga. We'll see if that comes into play.
You get a net instead of a sword.
Well, you need the sword to
To cut
access the fight.
right.
Yeah.
To cut that. I'm a swordless runner. I don't cut. Oh, we got a mirror from the. So yeah, he's definitely got those bombs on Trident's side. Gonna go pick up his mirror pretty quick.
Yeah. Boots letting him get up there a lot faster though, so very nice. And we'll see if Sick Kid comes into play here too, having that bottle for this.
400 rupees, no, but he's got that Zora money.
Zora currently not in Logic, but a lot of players know the good fake flipper to get up there. But it is only one item to
we don't
obtain,
have the
so.
we don't have the Moon Pearl yet to get those waterfall chests.
Yep.
Melphys gonna refresh his bombs, got plenty of money. Feeling good about it.
And then off to the library.
We already got the boots, so no problems.
Nope, just 20 rupees.
He said, "I'm rich, leave your pocket change at home. I don't need it."
And just the heart piece in the race. So, pretty much expecting normal routing here, off to Mini Moldrum Cave area.
Probably see the dam from at least one of these runners before Mini Moldrum. I like to skip it. I know it's unusual. Like when I rewatch my races, a lot of commentators are like, "Oh, you're skipping the dam." Okay. But like, if I don't, it's nice to just go straight to Mini Moldrum Cave, get those bunch of items, and then head up to the Ice Rod Cave. And because then, if I need to go to dam, I can reset. I can save and quit, come back, get dam and Agina's Cave, and check the Desert Palace Ledge all in one go, instead of having to like leave Agina's Cave in this kind of weird one-off spot. You can get it in kind of a sweep.
So the dam here, having our first sword. We are now a lantern away from Aghanim.
I can hear the glee in your voice. The sadistic.
It has been a very long time since I've seen an Aghanim seed, so...
Yeah, about a week.
Yep.
My race was an Aghanim seed.
Exactly. We'll see what our 5-item prize pack here is. The flute.
We got the flute. Hey, let's go.
So now with having the flute, skipping both Ice Rod Cave and Agina isn't that bad. You can access both those locations really easily.
I would probably flute right now up to Death Mountain.
Yeah.
And then flute back down to Ice Rod Cave. And hoping I get like a pearl or something at some point. Really hoping at this point, even if it's an Aghanim seed, hoping that pearl is not on the pyramid.
Yeah. Depending on what TR and Maya require, Ether being in Lumberjack Cave, I feel for the runners, they would be hoping it's early Aga, because then they already have to do it, instead of having to find out later kind of thing. But if it's not required, then
Even better.
Exactly.
Tridenttail is running back. Is he gonna fake flipper? He is
Looks
with no
like
Moon
it.
Pearl. No Moon Pearl and not enough money.
Hobo under the bridge is an option here, as well as
Fair.
information on the island.
That's very true.
Bonk Rock's having a heart piece.
And if it were me running, I would just assume that I forgot that I didn't have the Moon Pearl, or that I needed it. Squirtle can't swim. He hasn't learned surf yet. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And so, for those who don't know, you can just he has plenty of hearts and bombs equipped. You can use a bomb to blow yourself into the required pixel, and get fake flipper over time.
Yeah. It is definitely an easier method of doing it.
If I don't have enough health to do it, I just don't fake flipper. I don't take the time to bother with it.
Just a bomb upgrade. Not having enough money, no pearl, might as well save and quit.
And with fake flippering, you have to save and quit from there anyway, because you can't fake flipper from...
You can, actually. You can.
You can?
Yes.
I guess I'm just bad. Never mind.
It's very precise. Very precise. And there's only one tiny little spot that'll work. But it doesn't take that long to learn it either. Just some attempts.
Yeah, I might have to learn that.
Ooh.
Lightning Stream Blast says I'm able to fake flipper without bombs at all. Well, I guess you're just a better runner than I am.
Oh, here we go. Mushroom check. Is it gonna pay off? I would assume because it was so early, it's not gonna hold anything, but you never know.
That's weird. Like, you would think that if you get it early, it's more likely to have something good, but it never does.
Yeah. The way I've seen it more so than not is if you gotta do some incredible dungeon dive to get that mushroom, it's probably gonna hold something good. Whereas if you're just handed it, it's not happening. Interesting.
I'm gonna have to read up on the logic and figure out why that is.
And so we also have gloves from Sahasrahla there. So just a pearl away from Dark World access. And the early Eastern dive here, having bow, fully completable. Just breaking logic because of dark rooms, but 3 items to find. Alright. Oh, Trident not gonna do that Eastern dive. So definitely some route divergence here.
We'll see if it pays off for him. Melphys could be on a wild goose chase right now.
That is one of the items in Eastern. I mean, if you're confident in doing the dark rooms, it's technically a fully completable dungeon, so if you can complete something, you might as well just do it while you're in the area, so definitely
these are the... With the maybe slight exception of the last dark room on the way to the boss. These are probably the easiest dark rooms in the game. So
I can agree.
Really nice. Yeah, these definitely dark rooms to learn.
Yeah.
So I would be surprised. I saw Melphys doing the item dash glitch earlier, where you get the speed up on stairs. So I would be, if you can do that without the hook shot, I would be very, very surprised if you can't do these rooms.
Yeah. All right. So far, not looking like Eastern is paying off here. Has gotten 2 heart pieces out of the 3 items available. And Trident, gonna go get that blue potion.
And And then if he's anything like me, he won't check the sick kit because he totally forgot that he existed.
I mean, it's still pretty early on, and not having a whole lot of items available, I would expect him to run over there pretty quickly. But now, looking at what is left available, Zora is in Logic now, as well as we need an Agena check. As well as we have some Death Mountain, which neither runner has opted for.
Melphys leaving. Not completing the dungeon, which is very interesting because he has the map and the compass for Eastern Palace. So Armos Knights have an item.
Yeah. I mean, that back room, it's not really easy to do in the full dark, but having that sword to get rid of the little monsters in front would make it a little easier.
I think they're called Pokos.
Yeah, something like that. I remember looking this up a little while ago, actually. Never sticks in my brain. Alright, here is our Agena check, though. And our ledge holds rupees. And we have Trident saving the old man on the mountain. We'll see what his pockets hold.
So, here's a question. In the credits, for the randomizer, sometimes it calls him Gary the Old Man. But I thought Gary was the thief guy because the thing is called Gary's Lunchbox.
Ooh.
And he's got a moon pearl for his troubles.
That is our Dark World access. Which means that Pearl is lamp blocked. Which means it wasn't a Naga seed.
Well,
so far.
Yes, because it could be the Lumberjack Cave. That Ether Medallion could still come into play. Given these items, I would not be surprised if Aga is required.
Yeah. Yeah, Lantern has to be available somewhere. Oh my goodness.
Tridenttail coming up. Everything coming up Trident right now.
Gonna be able to hold the hottest of pots with that oven mitt.
You really got me with that one. The hottest of all pots.
Yeah. Alright, so that's full Dark World access there. Very nice to see. And with having the mirror as well as hammer, Hera is fully completable, other than it could get fire blocked, and we have access to East Death Mountain, so...
We do, because we have a mirror and a hammer. So we can get to East Death Mountain through the north by Tower of Hera.
Melphys is going for it right there. There it is. That is how you do it.
Nicely done. Wow. Very nicely done. But he doesn't have the pearl yet, so he still can't get into the...
I expect Zora to have lamp, so that you can save the old man to get pearl. That is my guess.
You're way better at this routing thing than I am. So.
It's either that, or it's up on Death Mountain somewhere, because you've had access for that already as well.
Give me about 10 more minutes and I would have come to all these conclusions. I'm hot on your heels.
Yeah. Alright, we'll see what Hera has for us today.
And, there are the
Which then makes... That makes Waterfall Cave also a possibility for the Lantern. Just due to how early in Hera that it's accessible.
Wait, I missed something. How did he get to Hera without the mirror? Oh no, he had the mirror, he just got the flutes. I'm tripping. Never mind. I'm the best commentator. I see all the things.
Melphys almost getting scammed there. Gets an item, but it's just the bug net. But it is a swaggy net, so you never know. Could come into play.
So, and we also have dark East Death Mountain houses because we have
Yes.
we have the gold gloves.
Yep. And that gives access to 3 items in the Dark World. Due to having boots as well, they can access 1 item inside Hookshot Cave, which can hold the hookshot.
Yes.
Very trolly.
I have seen that in the past. I would not be surprised to see a hookshot somewhere on Death Mountain Lightning.
It would be a very trolly time. Melphys deciding on where to go. I would hope they choose to go up the mountain very soon. Almost feels like they're trying to route around and figure out what they've missed. But having gloves as well as having the flute to access the mountain. That is the play to make at this point.
I suspect a brain fart.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. So.
It's easy. It's really easy to forget. Oh, I have the flute. I can Death Mountain is open.
Interesting.
Got a Bombos medallion from Moldor over here.
Alright, so Hera paying off big time, I feel. Having Bombos as well as Flippers.
Yeah, that early Death Mountain was definitely the right call.
Yep. There we go, the flute. Go to number 1, Melphys.
Number 1, you can do it.
Number 1.
You are number 1. Go to your number, my friend.
Hey.
There we go. Hey.
Awesome. Not going to save the old man, but will get some nice items up on the mountain here.
Still nobody has a lamp.
It's going to be either here in Spiral Cave or it's going to be in Paradox Cave. I feel those are the only 2 locations left that I've seen on both runners to do. Bombs there. Alright. 5 items in Paradox Cave. Will it be there? And Melphys, seeing that oven mitt, gotta go get it. Oh, gonna go right into the Dark World here instead.
He's gotta have it. This is an interesting choice. I wonder if he has some kind of routing efficiency in mind.
Well, you can do Super Bunny. And it looks like Crystal 5 on Swamp, Pendant TR and Mire, and Green Pendant on Pod. I missed the bottom of Paradox Cave there in my my count. So there's 7 items here that can hold the lamp. It's got to be one of them. There's the book.
So
which
so much
then
for the
means
lamp having to be here.
Doesn't have to be here anymore. It can be in desert now. Very true.
Long string.
Master Sword.
Master Sword, very nice. Some more money lining those pockets.
Alright. Lamp is in desert. Or King's Tome, actually.
Well, he hasn't done Super Bunny yet.
That's true, but Super Bunny cannot hold the lamp in this case. Because Pearl was on the old man. Super Bunny can't be can't have lamp due to that.
I forgot that Pearl was on the old man. Sometimes I forget things.
Yeah, the tablets are also in play. So it's other than the Bombos one. Bombos tablet is not in play. But we'll see. Another heart container and some money. Alright, Melphys gonna make that Hera dive as well. And TR, even though it's a pendant, is requiring Bombos, so we already have that.
I expect a...
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna
just
check,
checking.
yeah, gonna check Hookshot Cave, get that first item.
Yep.
And hope really hard for a hookshot.
That would be a very good thing to have happen.
Don't pick up the pot by accident.
It's always on this one that you pick up the pot. Or you'll like
Or
do
fall.
that and fall, and then you'll pick up this one.
You can do it. Squirtle used
There we go.
Squirtle used Swift.
Red
Oh,
sword.
hey,
Okay.
you know what though? Not a hook shot, but all right. Feeling good about that.
And gonna go over, check that ether tablet,
Yep.
and hope for that lamp. Or at least I'm gonna hope for that lamp.
Can't do lamp because Pearl was on the old man.
But it was in the book was in the bottom of Paradox Cave, and Master Sword was in the top of Paradox Cave.
Look, I tried to beat you at your own game, and I was soundly defeated.
Oh,
Level 3 sword! My goodness, this mountain has just been so good to try to...
we have ourselves a hot Cheeto.
Ooh, hot Cheeto!
Alright, so lamp locations are slowly dwindling. I think desert is the only spot left. I think. I'm probably missing something, but yeah, Waterfall Cave is also an option, so...
I missed it. Is Hera full cleared, or could there still be something in the basement?
There's nothing in the basement.
Okay, we know what the
They
basement
got the 2 items that were there, so...
is. Flaming hot Cheeto.
And just money in Spike Cave. Definitely nice to route that in, too, so you don't have to worry about it in the back of your mind.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, even if you don't forget about it, going back to check it is just such a pain.
Alright, where are we off to next, Trident? You're taking us on this journey.
On this magical carpet ride.
Yeah. Over to
You know-
Eastern.
You know what is open? Is Mire.
Mire, yeah, you can access Mire area right now.
You can access Mire with the boots. He can just go in and do Mire.
Yeah,
He
depending
can't
on what
get to the box. He
medallion.
can't get to the box.
Yeah. But Mire being a pendant might not pay off on that sense. But we're
I'm
gonna get a
just
waterfall
saying-
cave here.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
there could be something in Mire. I'm just putting it out there.
Hookshot. Hookshot inside of waterfall cave there. Very nice. I'm gonna go up here and get a bug net from the old Zora.
And flippers were in hip.
Yeah, flippers and bombos. Slowly running out of overworld locations. But I feel desert is the next play on the table.
Well, Trident still hasn't gone to Eastern Palace, I don't think.
Very true. But knowing that Eastern is technically lamp locked, would you make that play?
Only part of it. Only one
Yeah.
item. Only one item and the boss. So two
Yeah.
items. But
Alright, here is Kingstone.
and me personally, knowing that I have the bow and I can
Yeah.
do the dark rooms. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to find the lamp just so that I can have the logic of it.
Yeah, exactly.
personally, as a play, I would have already. I can tell you, I would have already done Eastern at this point. I would have. My route would have been more similar to Melphys's, except I would have actually cleared it.
Yeah. All right. So the lamp is in Desert Palace, or there's an item in Desert Palace that leads us to the lamp. This is a fetch quest.
Lamp could be on Pyramid.
That is true. Could be on. No, it actually can't be. Can't be on Pyramid, because the pearl being blocked by the lamp, as well as Aghanim is blocked by the lamp.
How is Aghanim blocked?
Because on the way up to Aghanim, there's a dark room.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So that's.
I never want to race you.
I have the knowledge. I don't. It takes me a second to think about it, and then I also I don't do well racing myself. So I'll double think something, and just
In the end, aren't we all really racing ourselves?
I suppose. Right, Melphys, having Master Sword now, opting not to go up and check Ether Tablet. Let's see where they decide to go next. It looks like Trident gonna do the Pod and Eastern combo, but no lamp to be found here.
I still like this play. Get it out of the way, get it done, you can complete it. It's not, we've been really focused on the lamp, but it's not really, unless we can't find the fire rod, it's not really a super important item unless that Aga medallion in the lumberjack cave comes into play. Because so far everything that we would need the lamp for, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Checkerboard Cave is in logic for lamp as well. Definitely a ways out there, but
so the pendant dungeons are T-Rock, Mire, and Pod.
Yes.
So
that's a lot of dark rooms gone.
Yeah, that's without Mire and Pod. I don't think anything else has a dark room. So yeah, assuming both racers can get to Armos Knight's lampless.
Yeah.
We actually don't need the lamp for anything unless Aghanim comes up.
Yeah, exactly. And there's the
lamp.
The
lamp. Never mind.
The lamp is on the torch. Very funny.
Well, I mean, the guy had to light the torches, and then he just left the lamp on. You forgot it.
Alright.
That's Dante.
Alright, there's our 2 items for the dungeon. And because having a fire source now, gonna be able to just go into the backside, or going to just flute away.
I think Melphys is allergic to completing dungeons.
Yeah. Oh. Gonna go save the old man.
Maybe he does not know this cave. That's interesting. I've seen him do some really nice tricks. Like the idea that, I mean, this is nothing against Melphys or his skill. It's just really interesting to me that someone would know how to do that fake flipper off the hobo ledge. But not be able to do this dark kill. Maybe he just doesn't like it. Maybe he just hates it.
Yeah, I mean, the more sequence breaks you do, it can really mess up where you think logically items can be. So if you stick to logic a lot, it can pay off in the long run. But this case, having that pearl, I think Trident kind of wins on that sense of getting it to pay off or not.
Just not having to go back to the mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's except for the hookshot cave, he's full cleared definitely.
So
unless they end up needing to dip.
Yeah. Eastern held 2 heart pieces and a heart container. So that is a interesting set of items.
Melphys planning his attack.
I mean, Thieves Town is right there. There's a bunch of items. Bunch of items, it's completable.
You have a hammer.
Yeah. Don't have to be worried about getting locked out or anything.
You've got gloves, so you can definitely lift that.
Yeah. You don't want to forget that the door opens and...
I swear I looked at the door and I saw that it was a key door.
Alright, we'll see
what. And then it magically changed
says.
to a shutter door the next time I went in.
The sea house having silvers.
Melphys feeling good about that.
Yeah, definitely. That saves time in Eastern there for the return trip.
Very true. Melphys trying to cut down that wick, make that bomb explode a little faster.
Alright. And powder. Another little fetch quest.
That's not a real trick for those watching. I was just making a joke there. I don't want to be the one who started some kind of weird rumor.
And I keep seeing early bows, and that makes it so that I can't watch anyone attempt the bottle glitch inside pod here.
I tried it once on my own, and couldn't get it to work. And I heard something. I think you have to be moving. You have to be
going through that hallway, holding left.
Yeah, you have to be holding left while you do. I didn't know that. I think I probably stopped and drank it and then kept going.
It is a minor glitch, so I see it happen every once in a while, but it doesn't necessarily pay off all the time. It's just 2 chests, so.
Well, more than anything else, it's like you said, it keeps you from being bow-locked.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can go in. It's just one of those things where a lot of times tricks, even if they don't pay off in like a progression item or something like that, it's nice to be able to go into a place and clear it. Even if you have to come back to kill the boss, just being able to clear something and not having to double or triple or dip into a place is really nice. It can make it's less mental strain because you don't have to remember as many different things, and it's as a runner, it's really it just kind of feels good. Like it's less nerve-wracking where it's like, I wonder if something isn't. No, I cleared it. I'm confident. I can move on with my brain.
Yeah, exactly. It also makes for a very nice full clear of the dungeon without bow. So it's nice to just come back and kill the boss kind of thing. Not have to just check other things. Alright, we'll see if Thieves Town here is going to pay off or not. And Trident doing the dark rooms in pod. Alright, the roof to blinds room is open. I feel blind is like those people, like the people that don't want to get up in the morning when like someone opens the shutters or the blinds or whatever and you're trying to sleep. It's like, ah.
He's like an anime character where like the lady comes in and like pulls the covers off and opens the windows and he's like, no, I don't want to get up and go to school, no.
5 more minutes of sleep.
You would think that in given his like theming and stuff, actually, I maintain that blind is actually a girl, but given the like the theming and stuff, you would think there would be dark rooms in this dungeon, but no.
Yeah, Yeah. That would make sense. Because if you're blind, you don't need the light, so...
Yeah, and they actively, like, hate the light. Why are there so many torches in this dungeon?
Very true, very true. Alright, up to Blind's room we go. Alright, Trident, where are you off to now? Oh. Not gonna use a key on the door to go up the stairs there. But comes down here to find another key. And Melphys already on to the last phase here for Blind.
There we go.
Very easy fight.
Nice, quick, clean blind fight there.
And another crystal done. So both runners having 2 crystals each. One being different for each, but...
Shield. Nice little bit of extra lag for you there.
Fisher Price there.
Fisher Price. It's big. It's like it's blue. It's like that same shade of Fisher Price blue. If only like the outside part was like that yellow, it would be
the My First Sword collection, or the My First Shield collection.
My First Adventurer's Kit. So the pendant dip not coming up too good. I'm going to assume that was an intentional death. I'm gonna give Trident the benefit of the doubt.
Alright. Getting our mad batter check here. What will he hold today?
Squirtle is fainting.
Oh, is it time? Is it a hype cave or is it not a hype cave? Everyone vote. Place your bets.
I'm gonna go with mediocre cave.
I'm gonna go with not hype cave.
I think
We've
there's
got
gonna
too
be
much good stuff.
I think there's gonna be a rod in here.
Oh, a rod would be nice. One that sets things on fire, to be exact.
A rod. A rod. Listen, if you put the red rupees on top of the arrows, it's like a fire rod.
It's technically a rod, yeah.
It's very similar.
Alright, so not so hype. And digging game. 2 digs.
Kind of a lame cave, to be honest.
I've still yet to see the masterful 1 dig in digging game. But that was close. Pyramid check?
Yeah, there's no people asking in chat. There's no clear lead right now. I would give a small, very slight advantage to tridenttail at this point. We've got a little bit more clear, a little bit ahead. Got that extra sword.
The extra sword. They're both on par now with most of their items, so...
Yeah, I think it's, just a quick glance tells me, it's really the level 3 sword versus master sword and, lamp.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of items, I do think that tridenttail is a little bit ahead in terms of overall clear rate. I think tridenttail probably has a few more chests under their belt. Death Mountain is almost entirely clear. Just exactly. For the hookshot cave, yeah. So that's, if I were going to say, a little bit of an advantage to tridenttail just because of that, but really, really close race right now.
And we are going to go return the chest.
The Melphys does have blueprint, that's true. Thank you, Hitaka, for pointing that out to me. Our good old tracker on the watch. Got eyes out. Staying frosty.
Right, behind the grave, as well as underneath the grove, having 20 rupees. Oh. I'm pretty sure pedestal is not ever going to come into play this seed.
I would be it would be very awkward for that.
Like, it would be for a shovel that would give you, like, Burna or something.
Like, maybe...
That's really it. Because Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and Samaria cannot be on the pedestal. And we only need Fire Rod.
Do we just need Fire Rod for go mode?
Yeah, we're a Fire Rod away from go mode right now. So long as they know the dark rooms, but when they go to desert, they will get that lamp anyways.
Well, and yeah, and Melphys has a lamp already. So.
Mm-hmm. Here's our Bombos tablet check. Just a red rupee. And Trident doing the, if you can clear the dungeon, might as well do it. So doing Thieves Town, very fast with boots, so very nice to just dash through all these corridors.
The boots are really nice, especially in this dungeon, I feel like, because the hardest part, kind of the biggest trouble in this dungeon for me anyway, is that that corridor with like all the little amoeba guys and the spikes and the conveyor belts. And with boots and cape, you can just put the cape on and run.
Yeah. I was almost hoping that Trident got hit by the bunny fairy thing here. Because...
Does it turn into a Pokeball?
No. If you have seen the anime, Ash's Squirtle puts on sunglasses.
Squirtle?
Yes.
Oh my god, with the Kamina glasses? That's amazing.
It's very, very funny to see.
That should just be the normal sprite. What's up?
Yeah, like how there's the others in the squad that have the circular ones.
He's got the
and then the main one has
glasses,
yeah. So that could be like red mail and such. That'd be very cool to see. But it looks like Melphys gonna go do the pod dive now. It is fully completable, so. But just for green pendant. See if that has to pay off or not. And we already know Thieves Town doesn't really give a whole lot, so.
But getting that crystal out of the way. Because I mean, all this talk about items, really the point is getting those crystals and getting the game.
Yeah, exactly.
No time wasted here.
I mean, with every dungeon accessible and completable other than Skull Woods, it makes for a very interesting way of routing, because you need that fire rod still, so you don't want to miss anything.
Why? Melphys is still looking for his hookshot.
Yes.
So he actually...
Very true. I mean,
he has not been to...
Hasn't been back up to the Zora area since getting that bug net. So hopefully they remember that Waterfall Cave exists at this point.
I don't think Melphys has checked Zora at all.
Has bug net, so Zora had bug net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed it. I'm very good at commentating. Really, if I do say so myself.
All right, Trident gonna go fight blind.
I'm almost as good a commentator as I am a runner. sorry.
It was just one time, man. I just didn't see the path through the grass there. Alright. Very nice blind fight so far. Getting booped around a little bit now, though. One more hit. There we go.
No problems. Has plenty of magic and cape as well. No worries there.
And another crystal.
Probably still has a potion, I think. I don't think either of them have used the blue potion yet.
Yeah, it's still available.
Yeah, no worries at all from tridenttail on that blind fight.
Alright, where to next, Trident? The world is your oyster.
I want to see... I think I want to see... I want to see Desert Palace.
Yeah.
Trident got that book a long time ago.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
even now, it doesn't even have to do that. It has a mirror and a flute. Let's go.
The Myers Shed, as well as Checkerboard Cave, like all those options available. And there's the powder. So I would expect...
Tridenttail is waiting for a fire source so that they can full clear.
Yeah.
Before going in, not knowing that the lamp is there.
And that's where logic breaks come into play. And when looking at what you have available at the time, the only option that was left was desert for that lamp to be. So that's where logic breaking really kind of sucks.
Because it can throw you off your game, especially if you don't, like me, clearly I have a problem even remembering what items I have, much less where I got them. So like if you have trouble remembering like the exact order in which you found items, where you can it gets to the point where you just look at your inventory, this is what I have, this is where I can go.
Yeah.
All of these places are where the lamp can go.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot of time. I mean, it's easier for me to sit here and commentate and go, okay, this is where we've checked, this is where it can be. Whereas compared to running, it slips my mind every time.
It's much harder.
There it is, the fire rod in pod.
Wow, with the hammer on. But, oh man, Tridenttail's already been to pod.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tridenttail!
Because of not having the lamp, they didn't finish the dark room. They gave up halfway through. And they're not going to want to go back.
Yeah. Because it's a pendant dungeon.
Yeah.
Wow, this race just got a lot more interesting.
Will Tridenttail play?
Go back. Melphys, the power of just staying in logic and keeping your head wrapped around the game. So good.
So Melphys is a hook shot away from go mode, and Trident is a fire rod away from go mode.
But we know that I think it's much more likely for Melphys to go to where the hookshot is before Trident goes back to where
exactly.
The fire rod
I mean,
is.
Melphys has the ability to just do go mode ice, swamp, and Skull Woods. So it's a very interesting thing for Trident here. And
it's not.
They don't
it's
know.
not over yet. It's not even close to over. Anybody still has a chance to win this. It's really, it's just a question of will.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the ice play.
Because really, all of this stuff that you're seeing Trident doing is not, even though they're not going for where we know their required items are, it's not putting them behind, because these really, like I said before, really when you get down to it, the point is to get the crystals.
Exactly.
Kill game.
They're still progressing, so they are not falling behind at all.
Trident is getting a crystal right now. The question is, if Melphys goes and gets that hookshot soon, they'll know they're in go mode, and they can skip a lot of these extra chests that Trident is going to be going for, looking for that fire rod. That could be the difference.
Exactly.
It really depends on how soon Melphys just decides to go and check the fairy waterfall, which is where the hookshot is, versus when, after Trident does get their lamp, how soon after that will they re-get Paul?
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Where to next? I think we're going straight to Skullwoods now, having that fire rod.
Melphys and tridenttail, they're pretty much in the same sort of like not quite go mode yet, where they can't complete everything and get to Ganon, but they have enough items where they can clear most of the dungeons and hopefully get their go mode item in one of those dungeons. So that's what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing both Melphys and tridenttail going through, clearing what dungeons they can, and hoping for their go mode item.
Yeah, exactly. Only a few things left on the table before we're heading up to Ganon's Tower, though. Very nice bomb jump.
And the difference, assuming that Melphys knows the IPBJ, the Ice Pass bomb jump, which we just saw from Tridenttail, good job. The only dungeon I think that Melphys can't do is Swamp Palace without the shot. And the only dungeon that Tridenttail can't do without the Fire Rod is Skullwoods.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They're both going to get down to their last dungeon and go, where is my item? And that's when this race will really, really pick back up again and be the thing. That's when the race is going to ultimately be decided, I think.
Almost makes me wonder if Melphys would decide to do pendant dungeons over overworld locations or not.
Yeah. Though it's such a, once you have the flippers, you have the flute, you have the money.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you would just go and get those quick items real fast.
Yeah,
you even have boots. So even if it's on Zora, you even have boots to go. Well, no, he's already been to Zora.
Yeah, already been to Zora. So it's the one thing that's really would stop you from wanting to go up that way.
And that's really what makes it. That's really Tridenttail's kind of shred of hope at this point, is that Melphys's item, even though it's a little more convenient, a little more desirable to go back to than Pod, it's still a place that Melphys has already been and maybe does not want to go back to. And that's kind of what is that's sort of Tridenttail's last best hope for the future, to get through that.
But both of them on a very even playing field right now, having the exact same dungeons done. So we'll see. We'll see where they decide to go with their searches.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just realized I made a slight mistake earlier when I said the only dungeon that Tridenttail can't do right now is Skullwoods. They also, without getting their lamp first, they also can't do Desert Palace because they have no fire.
True, but with
they will
the lamp being in desert.
Yeah.
I almost feel they will go that general area next. Being able to check all of the Mire-esque items, like the shed and checkerboard, and there's Quake. Alright, so we have knowledge on all three medallions.
But we know that neither... So we know it's not an Agaseed because we know that neither Mire nor Turtle Rock are required.
Yes.
And so it doesn't matter, and we know that even if there were, we know that Turtle Rock is bondless. So no matter what Mire is, we know that they don't have to
Exactly. Knowing where the items are for go mode, it is not required. And there's the ice rod.
In ice packs.
Very nice Mothula fight on Melphys' side.
I didn't even see it. That's how you know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Just in there and gone.
And Trident off to Cold Stare. Alright. Let's see. What's on pedestal? Release me so I can go bzzz.
A bee bottle.
Interesting. Alright, time for Cold Stare. Ooh, getting bopped there. Just taking the hits, having that red mail makes it a little less scary.
Still has that blue potion, no problems here.
Yeah, exactly. And one puffball left. And there we go. Cold Stare down.
Mitaka, our tracker, is an evil, evil person saying that Aga could still be required if Ganon Tower Big Key is on the right side and the cane is in Mire and Aether opens Mire.
Yeah, that would be very, very evil to have happen. I don't even want to imagine. But at least Pedestal is out of the way. Where are we off to, Tridenttail? Is it desert? It is not desert. I assume... Yeah, I assume the Skullwoods items. As
They're
well
a little
as...
faster to check, I guess.
Yeah.
And Skullwoods does have a reputation for very often containing...
Interesting.
Containing
Heading down.
progression items, but no. Maybe,
Where are we off to?
Maybe, Blacksmith? Have they done Blacksmith yet?
Oh, they might not have done
Or
Purple Chest. Yeah, okay. Purple Chest into this southern route here, because I don't think they did the southern route themselves.
K-45 and
Yeah.
Stimpy.
And Melphys gonna get that Tempered Sword now. We have a second Hot Cheeto.
Ooh!
It's funny, it cut you out right when you said Hot Cheeto.
I didn't actually say it. I just
Oh.
went, ooh.
It just sounded like it cut you off right when you were about to say something like that.
Hot Cheeto!
The delay. Alright, so Melphys is going to be checking the Dark World Death Mountain here. And see what those other 3 items... Oh, actually, we can't. No hookshot. Can't see those other 3 items yet. Still got to go back to Waterfall Cave.
Melphys! Well, we know they're not progression items, so...
Yeah, exactly.
At least not for this seed.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
it could be the red boomerang. Never know.
It could be... honestly, it could be, the final sword.
Yep, that too.
If there was anything useful in there, I would say another bottle, final sword, more hearts.
Shield.
Yeah. I mean, what for? There's no. You don't need Turtle Rock.
All right. Gonna be checking out that first item here inside of Spike Cave.
Will he lift a pot? Huh?
Not today. And
that
there's the
blue
red-
jelly was messing him up. We'll have to go.
Alright, the Agena check. The late Agena check for Trident. And I'm hoping they run right into desert. And where is Melphys off to next? Meyer? Yes. Trident pulling out the flute. Where are you off to?
Meyer.
Yep.
God dang it! I'm gonna flute 5 feet south of myself. Let's
I mean,
go.
it's faster than waiting for the book animation, I feel. As well as you have the item checks whilst you're doing it. Oh, I missed what medallion it was, but I don't think it matters. I'll see in a second.
I mean, it could be ether.
It was Bombos.
Ooh.
Rip Aga. Aga is gone.
Never liked you anyway. I don't want to be your friend.
Alright, Trident gonna finally get the lamp. I mean, that cane thing is still possible. Just without Aghanim.
Trident really just.
But another dungeon to be had here, so.
So now it's down to when will they go back to that?
Yeah, exactly.
Versus when will Melphys remember about the waterfall fairy and go back there?
Without that fire rod, I fully expect Trident to full clear swamp. Which is a huge time sink having to do that left-hand side. But, we'll see.
But man, I mean, I can imagine a world where Melphys goes into Meyer before that waterfall fairy.
Exactly.
I can see
having access to the dungeon.
You're right here, especially since it's right here.
Yeah, with a portal to it too, because they don't have to go back and flute again or anything. Ooh,
That face on Darklink. Ooh!
Ooh, it's shiny.
Ooh!
Alright, Trident gonna be doing the exact same thing here. Gonna go fight Landmolas, get another crystal. And Melphys not making the Meyer play. Where are we off to? Right to ice.
Oh!
Oh, never mind.
Oh. Oh,
And
tridenttail.
we have go mode on Melphys' side.
Things just got a lot grimmer for tridenttail.
Yeah. Melphys gonna go right back now into ice.
Called the bird and said, wait. No.
Alright. Very nice Landmola's fight on Trident's side, getting another crystal into their name, and we'll see where they decide to go to next. I mean, their options are getting fairly limited now. And Melphys being able to go mode 2 dungeons here to finish up makes it quite interesting. Oh, is Trident doing the Meyer play? Oh, I think they just forgot checkerboard.
Though it's interesting the way, especially like the way the kind of like the psychology works out, because I often hear people talking like, you know, I was in the desert area, so I decided to go to Meyer because it was right there. But because you have to flute into Meyer no matter what, I mean, unless you have a portal already made, you're never farther. No location is farther away from Meyer than any other location. In a technical sense, in like in a terms of time gain or loss sense.
All right, I think Trident's gonna go make that Skull Woods play here, and hope the 2 items there are beneficial.
They are going to be disappointed.
Very.
You have chosen poorly. Which is understandable.
Alright. Melphys, are you going to do a very nice bomb jump for us? You are.
It looks like it. It looks to be so. I need to learn this jump.
I do it perfectly in practice, like 20 times in a row, no failing. And then when it comes to like being restreamed or doing a race or anything, it's like fall.
Fail it 20 times in a row.
Yeah. Alright. Nice pen gator room there.
Wow, nicely done. I usually use the hook shot on those guys. Of course, I usually don't have a sword, but...
Alright. Melphys just having that luxury for this dungeon. Which is interesting. They don't need anything else, so they're still searching for some reason. They can just go straight to the boss and be on their way.
Yeah, I wonder if they,
I mean, unless they have the thought process of what if the big key of Ganon's Tower is on the right-hand side, but I don't think that would ever come across my mind when I'm racing.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is, like, maybe they're not confident in their Ganon fight, and they're looking for an extra heart or a bottle?
Yeah, I mean, gold sword can come in handy.
Yeah. But is it worth taking the time?
No. No, not at all.
Not even a little bit.
No. Tempered is...
The very idea is laughable.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, here is our second Cold Stare fight of the night. Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of Cold Stare fights tonight, but...
None that matter.
For us, yeah.
These are the only Cold Stare fights.
Very nice.
And you're all here to watch it with us. How do you guys feel about that?
Alright. Are we getting the pedestal check on Trident's side?
It looks to be so.
But pedestal, even if it wasn't a B, it can't hold anything other than the shovel and Burna and the red boomerang.
Listen, not everyone is as good at logic as you are, okay?
I mean, but if you think about it, where's your pendant dungeons? You're required to have that item, so it has to be out there somewhere.
Stop making the runners feel bad. They're trying their best.
They can't hear me. Alright, where's
Melphys? They can hear you. They can hear you in their heart, okay? They feel it. They don't know why, but they feel it. They feel bad right now. And it's because of you.
Alright, we're gonna see Melphys do quick work in this dungeon. And Trident gonna do the same play. Alright. And chat pointing out something. Cold Stare dropping a key makes Ice Palace logically require Samaria. So Samaria is somewhere out there.
Interesting. Fire Rod is in Pod Big Chest, which is lamp locked, which Tridenttail did not have when they checked Pod.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll most likely see a regular swamp here on Trident's side, whereas a go mode on Melphys' side.
So if, for some reason, if Tridenttail decides to go back to Pod immediately after this, they're not out of the race, but that would be... I feel like that would be unlikely.
Yeah, that is definitely a really good comeback for them. But now being 2 dungeons behind... Well, a dungeon behind, technically. But...
If it were me, I know that I personally probably would... I would probably go to Meyer after this.
Yeah, I would most likely do the same myself, being it a place I have not been yet.
And there are a number of chests in Meyer, a number of item chests. It doesn't take, after you get past those first couple rooms, it doesn't, it's a fairly quick check.
Yeah.
You just go do a quick loop and get everything. But I think it's not looking too good for Tridenttail. I'll say that. Maybe Melphys could fall.
Melphys doing extra checks here.
Yeah. Did skip that left side.
Yeah.
Probably they won't go back in to check the left side. I would be very surprised.
No. Trident will, though, I would assume.
Well, it also depends on how... I haven't been paying attention to their items. So, like, if they don't have map and compass, perhaps they can skip left side, or if they only have one, maybe they'll skip left side.
Yeah.
In favor of going somewhere more open.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping for their sake they don't go to Meyer.
The only time I do left side pod, or excuse me, left side swamp before I fight Argus is if I get map and compass before I get there.
Understandable, yeah.
Or at least one of them. If I have at least one of them and I still need a couple items, I'll go for it.
Very nice Argus fight.
Quick and clean, that's what we like to see.
And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everyone, do you know what time it is? It is time for the big key guessing game.
There are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower that can contain a big key. Which one do you think it's going to be?
I like the number 7.
It's a good number. They're good
but
numbers, Frank.
It changes depending on the route that they go. My number 7 is the 2 chests on the right, and then you go left, and you get it in that first room that has the 4 chests.
The first room of 4.
Yeah.
I sometimes like to guess a location instead of a number, and I think I'm going to say it's gonna be in the secret bomb where you get the bomb into in the portal.
The rando room.
The rando room. Why is it called the rando room?
I have no
because
idea.
you never go there, and maybe you just never go in there. And,
Yeah.
You never know.
Alright.
Or maybe a lot of people never knew about it until they started playing.
Yeah,
Rando.
I mean, I didn't know about it. I've been playing the game since I was a little kid, and I didn't know about it till this, so... Very nice Argus fight there on Trident side as well, so... We'll see where they end up going next. And Melphys on the way over to Ganon's Tower. I'm actually gonna check Hookshot Cave first, though.
Hookshot Cave real quick. Yeah,
It's just very interesting.
he must want a sword real bad.
Yeah.
That's all I can imagine.
I mean, the shields can come in handy for the mimics. Oh no, the shovel.
Alright, now he's gonna go back to the grove and dig up the grove spot.
This
He's
is
just gonna portal out real quick.
It's gonna be the longest time possible for the guessing game here.
I won. I actually won the guessing game twice in a row by guessing one.
Really?
Yeah. During this tournament.
All right, Melphys, off inside you go. Do me good. Get number 7.
You can do it. We believe in you. He's gonna go your way. In before he just goes into the tile room. He checks tile room first and gets
my goodness.
Go! There we go. He is out of here. I told you, man, that number 1 guess.
Oh,
that number 1 guess.
My goodness.
Oh, poor tridenttail. Checking Pyramid Fairy.
Oh,
checking
my
Thick
goodness.
Fairy.
Okay, so Quern, I think that is, closest guess, with 2 there for any of the supporters for the channel. Very, very close.
Melphys trying real hard to PB here. He wants that good time. I think he's gonna get that sub 2.
I would expect a sub 2 at an hour 30 in going up Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, well, I'm used to me playing, okay? I can turn anything into a... What's the opposite of sub?
A negative?
Pro? Pro 2?
The opposite of a pro?
What's the opposite of sub?
Sub? I don't know.
I think it
Depends on the situation. If it's subtract, it's addition. Melphys heading up the gauntlet there.
Good conversation. Good one. Someone was asking in chat before if anyone was a linguist, and I told them that I was, and so to like expect like weird words and stuff coming from me. So there it is, as promised. My questioning on the plus. I don't think it's plus lightning.
I don't know. Alright, where's Trident off to next? Back to the mountain. Maybe they think it's in Hookshot Cave.
Could be. Anything to keep from going back into pod.
Yeah.
I can't, and that's not a dig against them. That's real talk. I don't blame them for not wanting to go back.
Being there once already, you don't really want to go again.
It's not even that like hard or like much of a pain to do. You just, it's one of those dungeons you just don't want to. It's pretty much a straight shot to get into that back area again, but you just don't want to do it.
Alright, Melphys nearly done with the gauntlet here. Having Land Molars 2 out of the way, only a Troll Dorm standing between them and Ganon. Well, Aghanim as well, I suppose, but... And we're definitely getting that Hookshot Cave check here. Very nice fairy drop on Melphys' side as well.
Yeah, not too bad. Gonna go into this fire room. A little concerned about their magic level, so gonna go ahead and switch to that point.
Oh no, I just thought about it. Trident's gonna go check Shovel now. Oh no.
Oh, Trident. Trident, why?
Anything but Pod.
Anything but Pod. Trying real hard to not live up to their, or trying real hard to live up to their character names.
No more chests for Melphys. Away they go. Alright. What does the shovel give us today? Just 50 rupees.
50 rupees, oh boy!
Off to some dungeon dives for Trident then.
And Squirtle looked so angry, waiting for that, waiting for the bird, just like, 50 rupees.
Yeah. And here's the Mire play. Oh no, Melphys!
Oh, Trident, this is your chance to get back in it. Melphys fell. Let's go.
Alright, attempt number 2 at the trolliest of troll dorms. Oh my god, that was very close.
I need to run like a workshop or something on how to fight this boss without getting killed.
I mean, if you have boots, you can dash through them.
No, you just have to... Don't point your sword at him, point it the other way, and then just let him come straight to you and walk away from his head.
Oh.
Eventually, he'll turn, and you just move in and hit him.
And there is our Soggy Cheeto.
Soggy Cheeto.
On
yes,
Melphys' side.
We discussed before the stream started that, so if the tempered sword is a hot Cheeto, and you get the gold sword by throwing it into the fairy fountain, then it rinses off the hot Cheeto and becomes a regular soggy Cheeto.
Yeah, the very soggy Cheeto. It's been sitting in water for a while.
And Ganon does not. He hates soggy Cheetos.
Yeah.
And that's why he does well against them. He really can't stand them.
What kind of Cheetos does Ganon prefer? No Cheetos? He just doesn't like Cheetos.
He probably likes... You know what he likes? He likes pork rinds.
Isn't that... That doesn't sound right to me, considering he's a pig.
Yeah, but he's evil.
Oh, got it.
Huh? Huh? Ah.
What are we gonna find in Mire here? It can only be... Burna or the Red Rang. Or a shield.
Or nothing.
Or money
Hearts.
or hearts.
Money, bombs, just a lot of bomb upgrades. Who knows, man?
Alright, on to Ganon on Melphys' side. Start your day with a delicious whole grain breakfast created for... Didn't even catch it all.
So I think it says nourishing your insides.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh man, nice and...
Oh, created for your incredible insides.
Okay. Is there a place you can look up all the random text in this game?
I'm not sure.
There needs to be if there isn't. There needs to be like a database.
Alright, Melphys on to the last phase already, using cape strats. Very nice.
Nice quick fight from Melphys. He's feeling good right now.
Ooh, green potion.
You never really know where your opponent is until you click the dot gun. Like, you're always worried they're gonna snipe it right out from under you.
Yeah.
So this is probably the most nervous part of the run for Melphys. This is the lamp glitch.
Oh,
I don't think
very
he's
nice
too worried
there.
about it.
Getting more
Refilling that
magic and health,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's
Good-
one hit
good
left.
He's-
And there it
There we
is.
go. He's feeling good. And Trident clicks the dot gun. No! No, Melphys has got it. Melphys could still fall off. It's still possible to fall off right now. He could like walk in the wrong direction and he does not. So that's gonna be a GG from Melphys.
Yeah, Melphys coming in with an SRTV time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Dang, that's a full half an hour better than my BB.
It's a very, very nice time there on Melphys' side. And we'll see where Trident decides they're going to go next.
And poor Trident, like I've been in his shoes before. It can be so demoralizing where like your opponent dot guns and you don't even know. You're like, where do I go? What do I do?
Here
Where
it
is
is,
my last
right
item?
now.
He's gonna.
I mean, it's the last possible location they have to check. It wasn't
Have they gone
mine.
everywhere else?
Yeah, like, they can't access TR, so this is the last possible location.
Where? I guess Somaria must be in GT then.
It can't be because of ice.
Huh?
I-
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Because Somaria has to be in Logic
yeah.
because there's a key on.
I mean, we didn't see the full clear of this dungeon. As soon as Melphys got Fire Rod, they dipped.
Oh, that's right, because they hammer into it. They didn't go in through the back end. That's right. So Somaria must be in the darkness.
Mhm. That's my only logical place I can see.
Poor Trident now getting trolled by a red beetle. Oh, this
no.
feels bad, man.
I feel if they just walked out of the room and came back, they'd save a lot more time than dashing
Yeah, that's
into
what
it.
I usually do when this happens to me. It could be they could just be taking out frustration if they saw the dot gun and they just don't care. They're like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill this
very
red
true.
beetle, and I don't give a f.
Yeah. All right. Shall see if Melphys would like to join us or not.
Yeah, baby, she's got it. Venus, Queen of the Fairies.
All right. A few items in here. And then off to Skull Woods. Alright, so Samari is not in here. That's very interesting. Unless... Not sure.
Try to give us some nice bombs out on that that big chest. Unhappy.
Ouch. Okay. Off to Skull Woods, get that last crystal, and then head up to GT.
Can still put up a quite a respectable time even though they lost the race, they'll come in having already done most of Skullwoods. I imagine they'll come in around 210 or below, which is
because Skullwoods is such a short dungeon, and the key was the very first chest. Yeah. I honestly feel,
assuming that they go right side first.
Yeah, very true. Very true. I still feel a sub 2. Very possible. Very possible. Sure. All right. Melphys, hello, welcome, and GG on your race.
Congratulations on your win.
Is my mic okay, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, good. That was an interesting race.
Yeah.
Congratulations
interesting
on your win.
flute.
You played it very well. Is that a PB for you? What was it, a 135?
No, that's not a PB.
Very low time though, so very nice. What were you thinking throughout that race with going into GT at such a low time? Were you thinking that Trident was like right on your tail, or were you thinking you're behind at all?
Honestly, after my early game with the flute mess up, where I forgot I had flute and could go to DM,
yeah.
I was sure I was behind, so I went in bod on Fire Rod, knew I was ahead.
Yeah. Trident actually didn't do Desert for the longest time, and didn't do the Dark Room of Pod there.
They checked Pod without the lamp, and didn't hammer jump, and so they didn't have the Fire Rod until they actually just got the Fire Rod.
But we got bow pretty early, no? So Pod was not key locked, so you don't need hammer jump. I didn't hammer jump.
He didn't have the
the lamp for the Dark Room.
The lamp, yeah.
That's he tried the Dark Room and failed, so he ended up having to leave.
Okay, that makes sense. I forgot where I found Lem, but I had Lem before I went to Pod.
And so it really came down to whether you got the hook shot before he got the fire.
The Pearl ended up being lamp blocked in this as well, and which you had the lamp when you went and got it, whereas Trident didn't, so he did a full sequence break and did all of Death Mountain at once. So I would assume that is where Trident got mixed up in items, where you don't think on where an item can be in logic or not. And we noticed that you did a lot in logic throughout the run. You did very few sequence breaks. Is that something you were trying to do?
I didn't really go for risks just because I knew I was behind. So besides the Pod dip, I figured, hey, I have every item, it's green crystal. Worst comes to worst, I'll just kill boss and hopefully there's something on the SRS for luck.
Very true.
So yeah, I didn't really want to do Dark Rooms either. Like at first, when I forgot I had flute to go to DM, I was actually fixated on lamp. I was looking for lamp with all my might.
We were too. That's like all we talked about for like the first half of the race. We were just talking about lamp. Where's the lamp?
It's gotta be at this location.
And then I forgot I was able to go to DM, so I was like, wait, did I forget to speak to the thief in the mini Moldorm? So I went back there, and I noticed, oh my god, I have flute. And
Which is funny because he gave you flute too, so...
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
The irony at its best.
So, getting Death Mountain out of the way then too, a lot of what separated both you and Trident was you had Fire Rod, but he had Hookshot. So, for us looking at it, it was who's going to get what first, and that's how we'll know who is in a clear winning position.
Yeah. I was scared not having Samaria going into GT, and then first 2 chests.
That was also a conversation. Chat was giving suggestions.
Our tracker actually.
Our tracker even.
Yutaka was like talking about how if the GT big key is on the right side, so Mario could be in Meyer, which could still make this an Aghanim seed if Meyer needs ether.
Yeah, Mario turned out to be Bombos though.
Yeah, exactly. Both
When I
Meyer
saw
and
that
Meyer.
when I saw that TR Bombos early on, I was cringing, knowing I got Bombos super early.
I mean, you didn't have to go get ether, so that's nice.
That was in the back of my mind the entire race, yeah.
This scene is really interesting because it's like it actually ended up being pretty nice, but the whole time, like right up until almost the very end, it was like, huh? I'm gonna troll you. I might troll you. I could be a troll seed. Oh, I might troll you, but it actually ended up being pretty good.
It would have been a very large troll to have it be a right side GT big key and have like Kane be in an ether locked Meyer or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just having the Aga locked ether itself is kind of like, oh, am I gonna tell him? Am I gonna make you do this, Aga?
Exactly.
So yeah.
But that's the first time in a long time that I've seen an item be behind Aga. But then it ended up not being something you needed anyways, so.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts on the seed overall?
No, I think I'm just still fixated and mad on my flute plays, but it should have been a sub 130, I think, if I didn't mess up in the flute. I think the seed was actually pretty trolly, but if you made like the one bot play, then the seed just like opened up completely.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very early on go mode too, so. And now with going 2-1, that's another win under the belt. 3 more, and you will be guaranteed out of the Swiss stage into brackets. Do you have any high hopes for that?
I mean, hopefully. I actually had to forfeit my first race due to capture card.
Oh.
Which I was scared going into this race because 30 minutes before the race I couldn't get my capture card to work again. And then I played without sound the entire race.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was really fixated on them for that reason too. Because of switches in the dark.
Yeah, that's very true. If you were to not have sound playing as well as not have lamp, that would make any dark room really unkind.
But yeah, hopefully I make it out of groups. I didn't know that being 5-2 gets you out pretty much automatically, so that's nice to know.
Yeah. Every player who goes 5-2 is guaranteed out. No 4-3s will get out unless a 5-2 drops out.
Well, someone of 5-2 or above.
Yeah, if anyone 5-2 or above would have to drop out for a 4-3 to advance.
So does it mean that the 128 players actually?
Yeah, that'll be made
so it's
up
not
out
top
of
128, it's actually just all the 5-2s and up.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, it'll equal out to be 128 players. It'll be 116 that get out of Swiss, and then the 12 that are auto-qualified.
Yeah. Okay.
So there'll be 116 people that are 5-2 or up. Which is a lot of people.
Math!
Yeah, math.
Let's go, math! Super cool.
Is there anyone you're hoping to verse or hoping to dodge in the future races?
Hopefully I don't play against my fellow bananas. I'm good friends with Ben and all of his viewers. So I'm hoping to have some nice games against them, and at the same time kind of hoping to dodge them. Because most of them are better than me, I think. But
Understanding.
it's been a fun tournament, so...
Yeah, and many more races to come too. And Trident not falling too far behind you, going into the Trolldorm 2 fight here. How do you like the new randomized weapon at the start there?
I like the concept behind the randomized weapon. I think it adds some kind of a like open feel to it. Like you can fight with any weapons early on. But at the same time, I just hate doing the sequence.
You just don't like standard in general?
No, I'm a huge open fan. But at least the randomized weapon is sort of like an in-between.
No, open it, Trident!
No!
Trident, why? What did that chest ever do to you?
Trident equipped the fire rod and set the chest after Trolldorm ablaze 3 or 4 times and then walked away. Did not open it.
Maybe he knows there's butter inside and is trying to cook.
Oh, he's melting the butter for his popcorn later.
Got him.
Very interesting. But on to Aga 2 here for him. Yeah, I can agree with you on the escape sequence. Having to do it without a sword most times pretty much makes you want to just do open anyways, right? It's pretty much the same, because you still have to go and check escape at some point. Yeah.
I do feel like the new randomized weapon V29Cs are faster overall than the open Cs from the last few versions. Or I've gotten a lot more like 130s than I used to.
I've seen a lot of people cranking out those 130s a lot now.
My PB's at 207. And you're like, a lot of people get 130, and I'm like, oh. Nice. Good.
Alright, Trident heading into that Ganon fight now, so we'll have them in here soon, I'm sure.
It does say incredible insights.
Yeah, incredible insights. A well-balanced breakfast or something for your incredible insights. I don't even know. Whole grain breakfast.
Whole grain, yeah.
Yeah, okay. No pork rinds. Only after Ganon. Alright, also using the cape strats.
They're good strats, Brent.
But not having any magic left. I think they still have that blue potion, though.
Yeah. And especially if they get the lantern glitch.
Yeah.
The glitch glitch.
Exactly. Was there anything specifically trolly you thought the seed did, Melphys?
In V29, I have not had much luck with pendant dungeons overall.
Okay.
And finding the fire rod at the end of on the big chest of Bod was one of them. Other than that, I think the seed was okay. There was not really anything like super trolly. It was mostly linear if you listen to the seed, but
yeah. Yeah, if you went where the seed
almost
telling you, it was pretty linear, yeah. And Trident finishing Ganon now. Very nice. Almost fell.
It was very close.
They were off the edge by a few pixels.
That's good.
Alright, and Trident coming in with an SRTTB time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 40 seconds. GG. So we'll see if Trident wants to join us here. But overall, very nice times from both of you. Still getting a sub 2 on Trident's side, so definitely nice to see. Totally asked him in 2 different locations.
Gotta make sure the message gets through.
Alright, looks like they are going to join us. Your collection rate definitely very low on your side, Melphys. Very nice to see.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Hello?
GG, tridenttail.
Hey, how's it going?
Very nice. Very wonderful race from both of you there.
Thank you.
You did a good job.
Yeah, it didn't really, the routing didn't really work out for me, but I thought I played really well. Usually my seeds don't go that well, and I don't get sub 2s very often, so despite losing, I'm actually quite happy with how I played.
Yeah, that, I think overall, the entire thing would have gone differently had you finished the dark room in pod when you were there originally.
That's yeah, I can't do dark rooms in pod, unfortunately.
I mean, you
so
attempted it, so
I tried, yeah.
Definitely nice.
But I think what I should have done was I probably should have went to desert earlier. And I think my problem overall was just like too much overworld stuff and not enough like dungeons. I probably should have went to like the mire area way earlier, because then I would have seen what desert had to offer. But I was kind of holding out because I didn't have a fire source. So
We talked about that.
Yeah.
We were saying,
Yeah.
you know, we know with our magical commentator powers, we know that, you know, the item that you need is in desert, but we also understand that you don't want to go there because you don't have the item that you need for desert. So
exactly.
It was unfortunate but understandable, and you did play a very good race.
Yeah, like there's a lot of cool moments in that race that I was quite proud of. So yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out.
So you did a lot of sequence breaks throughout the race there, and did you feel that played into a lot of why you didn't go to, say, desert right away kind of thing?
Well, now that you mentioned it, like I didn't even know. So I probably lost track of what the logic was, and maybe that's why. So maybe that's something I need to be more cognitive of in future races.
Yeah, it got down to the point that it was either going to be desert or waterfall cave, in which you went to waterfall cave getting the hook shot. So it ended up not being there. So the only option is it's going to be desert, or it's going to be like a shovel in desert that'll lead to it kind of thing. So
yeah, no, totally lost track then.
Did you feel any other trolley parts in the seeds at all?
Not really, no. I thought everything was really fair. I was really happy to see TR and Meyer pendants, and you didn't have to go into either of them. Although I did go into Meyer, but I mean, you didn't really have to.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you were searching for your go mode item at that point. So.
Yeah, but no, it was really nice actually. It just lost track of where I should have been going this whole time.
Yeah, I don't think you did anything wrong per se. It was just an unfortunate.
Yeah, and after like being in pod once, you're most likely gonna check other places before returning anyways. So.
Right. Yeah. I actually lost track of how many items I found because I was just like is a pendant, so whatever. But
Yeah.
I thought I maybe like grabbed like three items or something like that, and I was like, well, there's only 2 items in there if I go back, so like what are the odds that it's really gonna be there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also, a funny part of our commentation here, you set the chest after Moldorm alight quite a few times.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what was in that?
Butter sword.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
that's funny.
You were melting the butter for your popcorn.
Oh, I should probably go make popcorn now. That sounds very nice.
How did you know butter sword was in there?
I didn't. I just guessed because judging by your tone, it was something
It's
that
like
would have helped me.
Bringing it
in-
up, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have helped me with Ganon. So I was like, well, I had silvers, I had temper. What could possibly help my Ganon fight more than that? And there's
Yeah.
only one thing. So
Mhm.
just an educated guess.
It could have been a shield.
Could have been a shield, but I mean,
It could have been the fire shield setting it alight.
fire shield.
It
So
could have
it would have been
it could have been
ineffective.
another piece of heart. That would
No, definitely
Yeah.
very amusing to see
Yeah.
the fire rod instead of normally bombs kind of thing.
Yeah. I actually almost choked the Ganon fight too. I got a little
Oh,
too close
yeah.
to him,
Yeah.
and I like got really close to the edge
the
there, and
very end, yeah.
I don't know how I
I was sure you were off, and then
Yeah.
you like
it looked like I was off.
crawled back on,
Yeah,
and it was pretty good job.
I would have been pretty embarrassed if I fell off.
Mhm. So going 1-2 now. You're not out of it yet. Lots of opportunity left. Are you hoping for a different outcome next week? I would assume.
Honestly, my goal in this tournament was to win 1 match and just to improve overall. This is just something that I play casually, that I enjoy from time to time. So I've already made my goal, so whatever happens after that, if I win another game, it's all gravy. I'm just having a good time.
That's a good way to look at it too. To do it for fun.
I just came out here to have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now.
So one thing I'm kind of curious of is like, did my opponent kind of get into like, did he make a certain play that like really got him out in front?
No, you were actually in the early, like the first half, you had somewhat of an advantage, and then for most of the game, you guys were like kind of neck and neck. It was really down to, so he had already checked Zora, but didn't have the Moon Pearl or the flippers at the time, so didn't do Waterfall Cave. And you had already done Pod, but didn't have the lamp, and so didn't have the fire rod. And so it was down to whether he would go back to Waterfall Cave before you went back to Pod. And he went back to Pod first, got the fire rod, or he went back to Waterfall Cave first, got the hook shot, and was in go mode, and you went to Meyer looking for the... And so that was really the turning point, was right at the very end.
Right. See, I kind of had a feeling that I might have been a little ahead, because I felt like I got very lucky in the beginning. Like Death Mountain turned out to be like really good, because I think I got like the Master Sword and the Tempered Sword there, and then I got the flippers, which I kind of thought about maybe fake flippering to Zora, but then I was like, I don't have the Moon Pearl, I'm just going to check one item and get knowledge on another item, so I didn't really feel like it was worth it. But then I got the flippers and I was like, okay, well, like now let's go. And then I went to Waterfall Cave and got the hook shot. So there was like a bunch of items that I got in quick succession, so I was like, okay, I'm making all the right moves. But yeah, then
You just got trolled by that one item. Yeah, it really came down to that.
I feel a big turning point was the desert play made early by Melphys. just having that lamp to do the pod at the end of it.
Just having that lamp to sort of light his way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Overall,
And that's a
very,
play
very nice run though.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I just got back. GG, by the way, Trident.
GG.
All right.
Good
If all of you chat liked what you saw today, feel free to hit both Melphys and tridenttail up with a follow. They put on an excellent race for us all tonight. And you can follow us commentators, our wonderful tracker, as well as if you like Rando, want to see more Rando, there's tons of it going on, lots of restreams. You can follow Speed Gaming 1 to 6 and ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4. Lots of matches going on in the coming weeks.
I think
As for-
ALTTP Randomizer 1 doesn't have a number. I think it's just ALTTP.
Yeah, it's just ALTTP Randomizer. But as for right now, there's 2 races that just started. One of them is Who 42 Baker versus Mijati on ALTTP Randomizer, and the other is Sea Falcon versus Cross Product on Speed Gaming 5. So definitely some matches you'll will want to check out.
So yeah, congratulations to Melphys. Great job to both of our runners. Great job to Hitaka, our tracker. Great job to my co-commentator, Cursed Aether, and pretty okay job, I guess, to myself, Valkyrie Tiara.
I'll give
Anything
you a pat
else
on
to
the
say?
back too. Well done.
Just thank you both our runners for putting on an excellent show tonight.
And
Thank
thanks
you.
to all the staff of Speed Gaming for making this happen.
And
For
thanks
sure.
Appreciate it.
thanks to everyone out there for watching.
Have a
wouldn't-
wonderful night.
Yeah.